Welcome. My name is Donna.
Denise.
And this is Coffee Time. And on this episode, we're going to be talking about giving back to the community.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
We're going to do that today.
We're going to talk about, we have a special guest today that we're going to have on, and he's a very creative person and well-rounded, and he's doing a lot for the community. So I'm pretty excited about that. He's a producer. Director. He's the owner of Pitch Vine Entertainment. Yeah, so this is going to be really exciting. So I love this.
And he's also a creator of that. Right?
Yes, he's the creator and the owner of Pitch Vine.
And he's got something to do with the children in the community. He gives back to the community.
Right. He has this this little program that we're going to talk about later that he gives back to the community. So we'll let you know a little bit more as the show goes on. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah. But how you been?
I've been doing good.
That's good. That's good.
I've been doing really good because I've been doing this challenge that I started about maybe 4 or 5 months ago, just before the new year started. And it was...
There you go again, y'all.
It's a good challenge, and I like it. And it's 8 bottles of water a day. So I thought that was fitting, being though our last episode we talk about losing weight and stuff like that. So I'm gonna push hard on that. So that's what I'm doing. That was my weekend.
I ate a good dinner. I broiled it.
Oh God.
Yes, I did.
And she baked it.
And I burnt my hand.
The 3 B's again.
Yes. Burnt.
Oh Lord.
But when we come back, guys, giving back to the community, that is such an overwhelming thing when you can do that and pay it forward.
Yeah.
Kind of pay it forward. Show what you have done. And
then you actually give back to the community, which is good. And I like it because, if all the things that I've ever went into doing, different charities and things, I always like when you give back to the community because it's not just like the cycle just goes around, but you feel good inside too. And that's something that I like.
Within you.
Yeah. So I always think that it's good to give back.
I want to do more of that this year.
Yeah.
But you know what?
What?
We're going to go to a commercial.
Okay.
We're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit more about the people we know.
Okay. That sounds good.
Sounds good?
Sounds good.
Okay, guys.
Welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about people who are giving back to the community. And I came across a couple of individuals that that actually inspired me. They're spoken word artists, and they're also doing so much. One of them is Josephus, and Josephus is also, he is a...
With poetry.
He does poetry.
Yeah.
And he travels around, and he basically, with his program, to not to get too much into it, but his program basically teaches the children to do a different type of speaking through spoken words. They express themselves.
To express themselves.
Yeah, through spoken word, which I thought was pretty cool. And he travels around nationwide with these children, and he gets them to take all of their, whatever they got going, their thoughts and feelings, and he channel into paper. And he teaches them grammar and all the other good stuff that comes along with it. And it's really cool because you see these children who are probably very like shy and don't speak, and then all of a sudden they're like very like they
vocal.
Yeah, they really get into
it,
which is really awesome. And
does the other gentleman, what's his name?
Elliot Axum.
Yeah.
Elliot Axum is also very awesome too. Elliot Axum has a Solistic Lounge, which is a radio station in I think in Chapel Hill, and he plays like indie music and all that other good stuff. So he's a spoken word artist too, and he does his for charity. I mean, not all of his spoken word.
He's a big guy.
Yeah, he's huge.
He's huge. I like him.
And he's got a deep voice. He's Elliot Axum.
We write our autobiographies every morning, proofread them every evening until our story is complete. So let today be our next chapter, first verse, line 1, first word, God. All that follows is our prayer. Please help us. Crawl to walk, walk to jog, jog to run, run to sprint, sprint until the wind rushes to keep up with you. Race it till lack of wind in your chest makes you sprint to run, run to jog, jog to walk, walk to crawl, rest. This is not the meaning of life, but the pace at which we should chase our dreams. A meditation in preparation for flying out of secondhand starter's blocks, feet on fire, blistering, bottoms bleeding but bouncing with boundless energy, arms extended, L bent, piston pumping, cheek to chin legs, 13 steps, kick, jump over your hurdle. If not, run through it. By any means, win.
I love this guy. You've got to listen to him when he talks. I was in another part of the room.
Yeah.
You know, when we were at that art studio. And I heard him and I'm going, who's that? It can't be the guy that I was talking to out there. And I looked and I'm like, that is a beautiful thing. And what he talks about, his poetry is really,
it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's very motivational. It's inspiring. It's something that. And plus, he's got the deepest voice ever, so that just channels everything out.
But guys, these guys are giving back to the community. They're letting the people talk, and they're bringing the children in, and they have radio shows, and they're talking about what's going on in the community. You know, so that's
because
really.
Josephus is 90.1, which is a very popular station in Greensboro, North Carolina. So he does his poetry cafe, and he also has like this poetry cafe that he does every once in a while. That he has artists come and they do their poetry as well, which is pretty cool. Oh, I see I finally caught up with you.
Yes, in my element too, here in the 90.1 studio.
I know, I'm loving this. I'm really loving this. And one of the things I want to talk about is what makes you you, and how your words become powerful, and how you're teaching it to other people, and how you started, what you're doing, all the good stuff in between.
All the good stuff in between.
Yeah.
This is going to be a long story.
Yeah, we got to get to know Josie.
Got to get to the meat of the story. Having me.
Thank you. Thank you for being
the time
here.
to come out and check me out. But why, or when I started writing, I guess my first writing experience was probably like in the 4th grade.
Wow.
I actually won a 4th place ribbon for an essay I wrote about my father. And that was probably the first time I really knew that, or realized that writing was something that could, you know, give me an accolade, something that could make people proud of me, something that could make me stand out. And I didn't pay much attention to it then, but I remembered it. You know, I didn't win 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, but it was a 4th place ribbon.
Well,
and it was for something that, you know, that I wrote originally, so that made it mean something, you know, to me. I think I've learned over the years that, you know, poetry is part of the curriculum for middle school students. So I learned the similes and metaphors and onomatopoeia and theme and mood, all those things in the core curriculum classes, period. You have to learn those things coming up in education. And so I didn't really know that spoken word really connected to the education system maybe a couple of years ago. But since then, I've been working with a program I call the Poetry Project, where I can actually use spoken word poetry to inspire youth, whether they be from K through 5 or 6 through 8 or, you know, high school, collegiate students. Everybody needs to learn how to communicate effectively. And with poetry being such a fad now, something that the kids are into, is a real catalyst to teach them literacy skills and core curriculum skills also. So it's been a big part of my life the past 10 years, really using poetry to teach more so than perform, but I do a little bit of both.
Oh, wow.
Discovering self is something that's important for everybody, especially youth, because finding their voice at such a young age inspires them to be more outspoken and more bold and more brave when they get a little bit older. And so I think the most important thing is we all crave acceptance. And when you create something that comes from your heart, something that's your own feelings and emotions, you're a little bit afraid to share it because you're not sure how people are going to perceive it, how they're going to receive you. But once you get those finger snaps or a hand clap or somebody says, I understand that, I connect to that, that was really good, then it kind of gives you a little bit of adrenaline rush and you feel like, I want that again. I want to be accepted. I want to be liked. I want people to know what I think and how I feel. And once you realize people are going to listen to you, then it's almost automatic that you want to perk up and start doing more along those lines.
So we were talking about Larry Saeed, which is Larry Saeed, right? Right.
Okay now.
So I had to say that. But the thing that I think that is a story within itself is that
about his life
is that he started out where he made a couple of wrong turns.
Yeah.
And which landed himself into
a little bit trouble, and he spent some time in jail. But he's come out of it.
But he came out of it, and he changed everything around. He just made a U-turn. He really started to give back to the community, which is really good.
That's where he's going.
And that's where he's going. Yeah. So he just, for Greensboro itself, I mean, one of the things that he started was the Pitchline Film Awards, which was a really...
Is that the red carpet?
It's the red carpet. He highlighted independent filmmakers
and artists
and things like that, and which was really cool. And he really he kind of just like did a 360. He turned around. And so when we were talking about paper to film, when he one of the things he did was he got with the children who, just to make sure that they don't go in that path that he made a mistake about. And so he just kind of just gave back to the community.
Everybody's due a second chance.
A second chance. And so he took, not all of the children in his program had a situation or whatever was going on, but he gave them an outlet to express themselves. So a lot of them were, from what I'm understanding, some of them just, communication wasn't the best thing for them. But now all of a sudden they're writing like this huge movie.
I want to go back to the red carpet. I want to go, y'all. Y'all, I don't do interviews, that's her thing. But I want to go. If I don't do nothing, I just want to book. Hey.
She want to be cute.
No, I didn't say cute. I said, hey. You know what I mean? Hey. Every once in a while, they'll scoop the camera around. Hey. I think that's awesome. Greensboro has a red carpet, Joe.
Yeah, that's really nice. And when I heard about it, I was like, what? Greensboro, North Carolina? Not that Greensboro has beautiful events, everything. North Carolina, movies are made here, things are great. But he did a film awards, and he was highlighting, there's a lot of films out there, independent films, and he highlighted like quite a few of them, and people got awards, and everybody felt really good, and they had these gorgeous gowns on, and
wait, I might be back behind her going, gorgeous gowns?
Gorgeous gowns.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, Mom, you're gonna have to get yourself a gorgeous gown.
Like I said,
she gonna be hooked up. Watch, 2015 Pitchline Film Awards.
No. I don't do the water. I don't do the exercise. And now you got me getting in a dress, putting on heels. I done told you.
Oh my goodness, watch.
Okay. But
she gonna have the cute, what the selfie pictures. She gonna like, hey.
Niecy don't do selfies.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
Speaking about that, he also did he also did an independent movie himself, which was called Sexy Assassin.
Now we're here.
Yeah.
Now we have arrived, y'all.
Yeah, which is an awesome thriller movie starring a very well-known actress here in North Carolina. Her name is Katrina Howell, and she played the assassin. And I played
mama.
I played her mama.
She the mama. She too young to be the mama. But she played the mama.
I played her mama, and I was fierce.
Let me try that little mouth thing. Did you do it? Yeah, okay, she was fierce. But it was pretty good, y'all.
Yeah, and he really, overall, I believe that Larry Saeed has really given back. And I believe, well, I know.
Listen, when we come back, we're going to talk some more.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And we'll be back, y'all.
Welcome, and I'm here with Larry Saeed Wright. He happens to be the producer and owner of Pitch Fine
Entertainment.
And the reason why I'm laughing, because I've asked him a couple of minutes before this how to introduce him, and as you see, I messed up. But what's so fabulous about this dude right here, he started the film awards, the Pitch Fine Film Awards, which was so awesome. So I want you to tell folks about yourself and what you do.
Okay, everybody, my name is Brother Saeed, owner of Pitch Fine Entertainment, Pitch Fine TV, Pitch Fine Films, and I'm just a filmmaker, producer, director, theater. Anything I do with the arts I pretty much do. You know what I mean? I'm a big community person. I'm really into the community, supporting, any kind of event, anything that has to do with helping people grow in the arts, especially young people.
Wow. So, I mean, you've done so much. What made you just get up and say, okay, today I'm going to do a film awards in Greensboro, North Carolina, of all places?
Well, I moved here in '95, from like an 18-year drug addiction.
Wow.
And what happened was God, he set the journey and the mission. So when I got here, my thing was I'm gonna get me an apartment, get my life together. I was here for like a week and found a decent little job. And I'm not a big AA or NA guy, because I've been to like 3 rehabs, I've been to prison, I've been to all the normal stuff the drug dealer go through. So I asked God to put me in a place that I could help people. I wouldn't be stuck in a room smoking cigarettes, but I don't knock that, because if I think I will ever have to go to an AA and A meeting, I will go. So he said, "This is what we're gonna do." He said, "You like to write?" He said, and because I wrote a lot when I was locked up, and he just put me on that journey, and I've been writing and filming ever since.
Wow, that is so amazing. And one of the things that I'm really interested about is that it's not only that you took your passion to writing, but you kind of projected it, and you took it a little bit further, and you did a program this summer. What was it called?
Paper to Film.
Right,
yeah.
Paper to Film.
And that was big for us, because we started in 2013 with 7 kids. Yeah, and actually seven young ladies, and they completed the program. We shot 1 film, and in 2014 we came back with the same program, same format, and we had 23 kids, and 21 kids finished the program, and we shot 3 films. And at the end of the program, we had like a red carpet event for them, we showed the films. We had like 80 people show up for that, parents and friends. It kind of blew our mind. The program, the 2014 program overwhelmed us, because we didn't think we was going to have that many kids come out. But, all praise due to Allah, the instructors that came out and the parents that came out and helped out, really made it what it was, how successful it was. Because without them, I don't think it would have been that successful.
Wow, you are amazing. And all of that, so you did the Film Awards in Greensboro, North Carolina, which I think is amazing.
Well, let me say this for you further. Donna will be our red carpet host for the 2015 Pitch Fine Film Awards. That will be June the 20th. And it's going to be big. We went to another venue, a bigger venue, and it's going to be more exciting. And it's just my way of thinking. Independent artists don't really get nothing for what they do, just the love. But just my way of thanking them and giving back to them.
Wow, wow. And so what I was trying to creep, and thank you so much. I'm so excited about that, by the way.
It's going to be big.
I'm really excited about that. I'll be cheesing on the carpet
Not too hard.
One of the things I wanted to talk about too is your movie that you wrote, Sexy Assassin.
Yeah. You know, I'm really like a period piece filmmaker, and I'm really like a family type filmmaker. But this is actually the second kind of mainstream film that I did that's got violence and stuff like that in it. Cause I did one a while back. I think my first film was called Nick, and it was like a little hood film. It was pretty decent. It was like a cult film.
Did you say hood film?
Yeah, it was a hood film. You know what? We shot in Smith Home, spot in like little hood.
Well, you gotta explain to people what a hood film
The
is.
hood is like the projects, hood, you know, thug stuff like that. That's hood. If y'all, for those who don't know. And this is the funny thing about the film. We were shooting in Smith Homes one day, and these cats came up there, because we had all these guns laid out. And these cats came up there and said, dude, the cops getting ready to come right here. Man, what y'all doing all them guns out here? I said, man, we shooting the film. They said, dude, we out. So like 5 minutes later, who come through? The police. And luckily, I knew a couple of them, because my brother was a police. And they said, "Sorry, what you doing?" I said, "You know what I'm doing." They said, "Look, do what you got to do and get up out of here." You know what I mean? They said, and because I taped the tip of the guns, I put tape on them. So by law, you can't do that. But they was pretty cool though, and the thing about it is, with me, is that everybody in the community supports me. Yeah, everybody know me. Wherever I go, I ask them, can I do stuff? And you know, they just said, look, you got it. Do what you got to do, and it's cool. It's all good.
Well, you're doing a lot for the community, and I mean, I love having you here, sitting down on coffee time and talking about it.
This is big.
And you've kind of changed the game a little bit, and so I'm very honored to be sitting here with you, and I love for you to come back.
Well, I'll definitely be back. You know that. I mean, you know, we'll be working together this year anyway, so you know. Doing so. And I'm the kind of guys. I'm not one to audition. I just work with people that I think want to do it. Then when they come on and then they see how serious I am, they get serious, and then you know we teach each other about respect and working with one another. So I think that's the one thing that I have in my favor that and you know most other people that I work with when I started this thing are still working with me today. So.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on Coffee Time.
I appreciate it.
And we can't wait to have him back, right?
Well, we're back. Okay? And we're going to wrap this up. We're going to talk a little bit about Josephus, Mr. Saeed, and Mr. Elliott. Okay. The things that we wanted to make sure everybody understand is that these people are giving back to their community. Not only are they giving back, it's like Josephus, what did he do for one of the kids?
Well, basically, Josephus created an outlet for the people who were in his program. You know, if they're out there and whatever was going on with them, they have an outlet, and he was able to bring that out of them.
What, didn't he help a boy?
Yeah, well, I mean, he helped plenty of children. He helped plenty of children. And he does, you know, he did these things through poetry and creativity.
And so did Elliott.
And so did Elliott ask him to. And so...
And Mr. Saeed is doing it through bringing in stars, giving back to the community, showing the community what we have other than what is out there. You know, when we talk about breast cancer, the community is now making you aware that you can come to them, and they are free breast cancer mammograms. Yeah. And all of this, when they have the walk, they're making you aware that you can give back to the community, you can get out there, you can respond, and that we all have something like a responsibility. You know, even if you just say hello to somebody, that's a response. It makes somebody happy. Yeah, yeah. You know, it just makes them happy.
Yeah, you're giving back to your community. It's like it's uplifting, and it's like a cycle, which is really good. And so, I say
we are proud of them.
Yeah, I say kudos to all those who take that extra effort. I mean, as we're talking, I'm sure there's several people that you could probably say, yeah, I remember when such and such did such and such, which is a beautiful thing.
And what about this person? And what about that person?
Right.
You know who gives back, and you can pay it forward too.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I think this is going to be the end of this conversation.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the end of the conversation. We just told you, and it's the end.
That's it. That's it. I want to say thank you for coming to Coffee Time.
Thank you.
Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.
I have that music in my head.
I know, she's like...
Oh, yeah. Bye, guys.